OzPig. Just arrived on the doorstep. How's that? Perfect for coronavirus stay-at-home weather. So I thought what I might do is just have a little video here, make up a little video to share with everybody of the new purchase, putting it together and just going from there. So I bought this from OzPig directly, not through a reseller or anything like that. Currently got 20% off, and free delivery. It came with the oven smoker as well. So first of all, we'll put the actual pig together, and then we'll have a look at the smoker and everything. I would be doing this outside, but it's raining a bit today, so I thought just do it in here. Keep it out of the weather. Really, just me stay out of the weather because I don't want to. It's a bit cold out there at the moment. Yeah. The first thing on top here, it looks like the diffuser. First things first, it's actually a little bit thicker than what I've seen online than on previous things. It's actually, I don't know, maybe you can't see it, but it's actually two layers. I always thought it was just the one piece of metal and diffuser, but it's actually got two and it's slightly separated, so obviously that diffuses the heat a lot better than the one piece. Looks like a handbook here, just stuff, instructions, etc, etc. I just think we'll probably just wing it and go from there. A couple of recipes and that in there, so that looks good. I might have a little read of that later. Okay, this is like the hot plate. That's good quality Australian made stuff you come in. I reckon there's almost as much weight in that as there is in the whole King's little OzPig lookalike or knockoff. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Another round plate. So I'm guessing, and these all have a little tag on to remove coating. So they've actually got wax all over them. They come all waxed to obviously keep them sealed and stop them from corroding in transit. But you've got to heat them up and scrape that off before cooking on them. Otherwise you'll end up with wax all over your food. And I guess that's no different than eating a birthday cake. Right, now this is the bag, the carry bag, and something landed back in the middle there. So I don't know if I've just pulled the zipper off. Once again, I know it's just a carry bag, but the quality is there in comparison to, you know, the cheaper imports. So I might just put these things in there now, just to keep them out the way. Alright, now, inside the pig we got, it looks like a chimney piece. Another chimney. The legs. Alright, if they are the legs, it looks like I'm getting the extension kit. Oh, I might as well order that straight up because they are ridiculously small. I actually don't know if they would, it'd be borderline touch and go, whether they would make the 200 mil clearance in Queensland National Parks. Especially if you're in the sand or loose gravel or dirt, they push down so easily, almost to it being on the ground. Here's one of those camp oven or Dutch oven lifters. So everyone, if you've got a camp oven, you've probably used one of those. They're great. To lift the lid off or to, oh brilliant. Okay, thank goodness. Here's obviously the legs. So they are a little bit high. Give this a go. That's probably about 1.5 foot, 45 centimetres. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that know the actual accurate dimensions of these. You can act up pretty easily. Of course, actually now that I'm thinking about it, of course I've got them in two parts because it all fits away into that one travel bag, and all the chimney and everything goes back into the pot. So if they were that length, they obviously would take up too much room. Probably fit in there, but then the chimney pieces wouldn't fit in. So that makes a lot of sense now. Alright. Also, notice this has got like the little grate or air vents on the front of this one. Unlike the earlier models that are fully closed, which work fine, they have that hole in the middle. But I'm guessing this stays fully open. There's a little spark arrestor and a couple of little moisture grabbers, I guess they are. It's just a little grate that sits on the inside. Keep your coals and the wood off the bottom. I suppose it just lets ash fall through and lets the air get around there a lot better. Now, when you're using timber for a fire, remember timber actually burns better on a bed of ash. Okay, so that's more. So getting it going, you need the oxygen in and around it, but once it's going, you can sit them straight onto the other coals. And it actually burns better, whether it be in your fireplace, like a combustion heater or a fireplace at home, the OzPig, or even if you're having just a campfire on the ground, something just to keep aware of. Obviously getting it going initially, you need the three parts: the heat from the fire starters or something like that, the oxygen, and then the timber being the fuel. These are going in relatively easy, which is good. Don't need to be greased up. They're not pre-greased or anything, which, you know, is good. I think maybe if you're using this on the sand at the beach on a regular basis, I can imagine the sand getting in there and getting a little bit gritty. So you might like to just put a little WD-40 or something oil-based to keep that greased up, so the corrosion from where the sand sits on it doesn't eat away at the thread and make it a bit difficult. But there we have the standing up, and that's actually not a bad height. I know a lot of people online claim that they need those leg extensions, and I might still have a look online and see how much extra height that gives, but that's not ever bad height for cooking for me. You know, I mean, I'm not tall, I'm 5'10", so pretty average height. And yeah, it's not bad. Now, apparently there is a couple of ways that you can put this chimney together. That's the basic way there. And then the spark arrestor. Now we'll come back to the cooking plates. Pop them there, slides around. This one, I guess, can just be like the warming rack. Pretty cool thing that I've seen online is when you can get a rotisserie for it, and it fits into these connectors perfectly, keeps it away. But then on the other side, on the far side of the rotisserie, you can also pop this heating rack still in there. So just good for a small area, but it's good enough for some food preparation and that. Okay, so that's the pig all set up. They sit in there as well, so you can use them as warming racks. Yep, perfect. Nice and easy. This one, I could be doing it the wrong way. Oh, there we go. It's easy enough when you actually do it the right way. And I'm sure after I've done this a few times it won't be too bad. So I guess that's if you, it's another hot plate there. And if you're doing a few more snags or something like that, probably a little bit more room. But there's a little bit of wobble there, but besides that, that's not too bad. Alright. So, I'll pop this one off and put that back on the side there. And what we might do is unveil the smoker. I'll just throw this rubbish in there. Yeah. Something did fling off when I pulled out that bag. And well, this is gonna keep me busy. Well, I've got a smoker, a bullet style smoker, but just a cheap one from Bunnings. I think it was $50–60. And it's done well, but what I have noticed is because me and the guys use it as a fire pit also when I'm not smoking in it, it's sitting outside just out there, I can see it, and it's just full of rust. All the paint, exterior paint has come off. Now yes, I know that's because of me having too big a fire in it, I know. However, this one on the other hand, I think if you keep the oil up to it, it will corrode. However, it isn't going to rust through. I can't see this hinge. It's not little pop rivets like the Bunnings version of the bullet smoker, so I can't see that burning out as quick. Now, carrying this box, it was quite heavy. And I've got a feeling that's because everything's inside there. inside the actual smoker itself. So what I might do, just find the front of these guys, and pop it on or in. I don't know what the right word is. It's in there. It's on. Now it's in there. Okay. So, first things first. What I notice. Okay. Nice little bits of rubber on the end of these latches. I'm presuming it's heat-proof silicone. They're actually tight. They're adjustable as well. So if it gets looser, to get a good seal, keep that smoke in there, and basically stop it from escaping. Oh, now I'm going to open this slowly. It also comes with basically a basting brush, so synthetic one again, which is good. Definitely be using that. Put that over the side. It's all about to fall out, so yeah. So what I do notice is in a lot of the high quality smokers, they actually have a high burn temperature rope in around here to seal it up. So I mean, I might be jumping the gun a bit like the legs before. There's a fair bit of stuff in here, so let's open her up. I can already see I've got to pull the handle off and turn it around, which is, probably just a couple of screws. That isn't going to take too much. Okay. So the rubbish pile. What have we got here? It looks like a temperature gauge. So I'm gathering that pops on up the top here. That's important. You want to be able to monitor your temp. Now that actually looks pretty cool. Should be nice and easy to put on. Pretty much like most temperature gauges. Obviously, high temp plastic. And we'll just pop straight through there like that. Make sure she's all nice and square. And I'll screw that on. And so the temp gauge actually has a couple little things in here. Smoke, like little ranges. It's got this yellow range. I don't know if you'll be able to really see it. It's got this yellow range there for smoking, brown for baking, pink for grilling, and red for searing. Now, I think that makes it pretty straightforward for even the novices who haven't got into smoking, keeping it low and a long time. Well, okay, a couple of zip ties in the back here. So another chimney piece. Okay, so this chimney piece, which actually has a, I don't know whether you call it a dampener. So basically you can choke it, slow down the flow, choke it. I'm guessing if it's too hot, you can just simply keep it open. Most of the time you keep it open, you want that flow going through the meat, whether it's smoke or whatnot, you do want it flowing. But I'm guessing if you've put too much timber in there and you're using timber rather than beads for smoking, I'm guessing you're going to, you might need to drop the temperature quickly, and that was definitely going to be one way of choking it. You'll fill that chamber up obviously with smoke and start pushing out the front, I'm guessing as well. But that's good. And I guess if you're just using it as the normal pig, you could do that to get that up to, what's that, about 6 foot there. So you get a 6 foot high chimney. So about 1.80 m there. That's pretty good. Or maybe you can't, because they are a little bit tight. There you go. It's interesting, huh? I just decided to grab in there. Maybe it's designed in a slightly different way than these other ones, where you stick it in there, so maybe you don't. Well, there we go. I'll just pop that one back on for now. I'm going to pop that one up there. So they're all spinning, except for that one. That's alright. Alright, so next it looks like we've got a pizza stone. So this kit came with 2 pizza stones, 2 bonus pizza stones. I'm looking forward to using. Enjoy homemade pizza. So I'll definitely be giving these a run for their money. Alright, a styrofoam. What have we got in this little box? Okay, so if you're doing pulled pork, we've just got a couple of little claws here, and it just basically helps be Wolverine and on the old pork. I don't know what else you can really use them for. You wouldn't use them for cleaning. You can just tell by this plastic it's flimsy. Well, it's not flimsy, but it would be brittle, so you'd probably crack. I reckon if you drop those down, so crack on them. Okay guys, so we've got one stainless steel grill here for little indents, like it's going to sit on something, so I'm gathering that's going to be actually sitting down the bottom. Hoping that the weather clears up. I've got a mate coming over shortly, and he's keen to test out the smoker, see how it goes. Okay, so these look like they have little lugs where they can lock into. Okay, so obviously put that one in the wrong way. Actually not a great deal of room on that. Now, I haven't seen too many people smoking with this online, and to be honest, I mean, even if that one's all the way down, I don't know, in the middle there, so you've got half of it, you put a chicken on there, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I must have to say that the cheap $50 smoker from Bunnings, the grill size, that's about 25 centimetres. Its grill size would be easy, about 50 centimetres. You know, so you get a whole chook on there, some capsicum and corn. I had 6 little half pieces of corn on there the other day. So, however, where there's a will, there's a way. So I'm sure you might be able to play around with it. It does have multiple levels there. So I think it will be just a matter of playing around with it. to fit it all in. I just know that sometimes when I've tried to do a couple of things of ribs and chicken and everything at the same time on the other smoker, the other bullet style smoker, it was able to accommodate it. This one, it's not going to, okay? So if you're looking to do a big bit of brisket or something like that, I don't think this is the smoker for you, which is disappointing because, you know, it would have been nice to actually have it all in one. However, I think if this is a pizza oven, maybe you could smoke some sausages. You could do a chicken in there, a small one. Just the other day I did a massive, like 3.5 kilo chicken, and it wouldn't fit in there easily. It's got a water pan. It comes with a water pan, which is great. It stops your meat from, when smoking, stops the meat from basically drying out as quickly. It still can dry out. The water in the pan can also dry out. So they do say when you're looking, it's not cooking when it comes to smoking. However, when you do have a look, check your water. Have water sitting there ready to drop in it to keep it nice and cool. Another thing is obviously only a couple of centimetres of water will do. You wouldn't fill the whole pan up, probably half of that, and then keep it up around that halfway mark. The reason being it keeps that heat right down. I mean, but then again, this is where the art and the fun of it all is. If it does go too hot, you can add extra water in there and still keep it smoking, and not have to try to bring the temperature down by choking it or whatnot. Also comes with an owner's manual. Just have a quick flick through that. All fires need good airflow. That's true. All fires need air. Yeah, latches, dampener. Smoking as an art, not a science. Okay, running as a pizza oven. Reverse sear. So I'm guessing that you could potentially just have your meat in here smoking up high, nice and hot, and then I don't know, would you pull the whole smoker off? I mean, I presume it would warm up to a reasonable temperature and wouldn't be able to actually remove it. Or pull out your water pan, drop that down there, crank up the fire, and you could probably use that, yeah, so obviously not with your hands, especially if you've had it sitting on the side, it would get really warm. But with your widget, and the same with this, probably grab some silicone gloves, some Spider-Man gloves, and grab that. I mean, you can use welding gloves, that'd be alright for something like that, but I myself use the silicone gloves. I haven't found anything that's better than that. Welding gloves, the heat builds up in them and then it holds them. With the silicone gloves, the heat's pretty much dispersed straight away. So give them a go. They're relatively cheap off eBay. Okay, so the steps, thermometer. There's 4 steps to do that. Well, we've done that. So besides the handle, which you can just use a knife. It is a Phillips, but it's one of those double threads, so it's a heat resistant handle, similar to the widget. So when you got this to full temp, obviously it's not going to be hot now. You obviously wouldn't be holding on to it for a long period of time either, because those handles can still penetrate the heat. but I think it's quite good to show you that it's nice and simple and easy. Here comes Maggie. Maggie loves it when I smoke. Hey Maggie. Maybe her favourite's chicken. Not when I put spices on it though. She goes berries it when it's too spicy, don't she? Alright. I mean, I will retighten these up with an actual screwdriver because but they will do for now, just for moving it around. So, okay, so this tray with the little legs on it. Doesn't fit squarely inside here. Maybe it holds it up. Maybe it's meant to sit up off that, and that would then allow even more air to circulate around that. I think that's probably why it's like that. So I will nip all these bolts up. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, the higher grade smokers, which are, you know, solid as this one is, tend to have that seal in there, either a silicon seal or the high burn rate rope. So, I mean, you probably could just put a little bit of that rope in there, grab it off eBay. I've never looked, but besides that, that's pretty much it. So once again, I've got the pit, actual pig, I guess, the smoker, the little widget tool, the diffuser, so that brings the flames down, reduces the heat and spreads the heat evenly. If you're using it on a hot plate, you can use it like that, keeps it more even. When you're using wood fires, also I suppose in a camp oven, Dutch oven, just regulate, bring that temperature down. I have heard online that it drops it to 180, so that'll be good to see. I'll actually might test it out and find out. Got the pulled pork, or I suppose you could do pulled chicken, probably a bit vicious for that, and the little banister brush. Well, it's not a banister brush at all, the basting brush, and that's all silicone. So, and it looks like you can pop that off and maybe just pop that into the dishwasher if need be. Actually, probably would do that because otherwise you're going to end up with food and, or you know, marinade and that sort of thing, or whatever you're basting in, stuck in that hole there. It'll end up not being real good. But yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Looking forward to getting this chimney sorted out and going for a smoke. I suppose the only last thing that I noticed, or that I didn't mention, was the little chimney capper. So obviously I've jammed this one on there, so I'll have to pull that apart in a minute. But just pop that on there. So I'm guessing if you swap the chimneys over, I don't think I can do it now. But if you've got that sitting on there like so, probably put you wouldn't even need your spark arrestor up there. You'd be doing well if a spark can get all the way through there, but they can. Just pop it on the back one there, and it'll just stop it from going up the normal way. But yeah, all in all, pretty happy. And, thanks for watching. Woo.